सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Shubhodayam, good morning. అందరూ బాగున్నారా? నేను చెప్పేది అర్థమవుతుందా? Or is it going over the top? Are you able to get? I wish I could speak and I could say something in Telugu, but we have students from other states who are there online. Also, some students are from other countries also. Some of them, they don't know our mother tongue. So I don't want to trouble them. I don't want to put them to any inconvenience. So, and also you have come here to learn English. So you have to struggle, even if it is difficult here and there. Try to pay attention, you will get it, right? I'm sure you are new to these ideas. After independence, our educational system, we have designed it in such a way that the 3 generations of people, we have not exposed them to any great thinker of this nation, whether Vivekananda or Aurobindo or Mahatma Gandhi, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. We have produced people of gigantic intellect. If you just look at India's history, Buddha, Shankara, men of titanic intellects, men of giants' hearts, great hearts, perfected human beings, fully blossomed human beings, right? Completely evolved human beings, whom you can tell them, a picture of perfection. Today we remember Gautama Buddha, an individual who was born 2600 years ago. Why do we remember him? We consider him as great. How he has become great? Because he has attained total fulfillment. What he had attained, nirvana. There is nothing more to attain thereafter. We are all seeking something. We all want to gain something from the world. We try and try and try. Is there anything, after gaining which there is nothing more to gain? Okay, Buddha had attained to that state. Buddha is not a person. Buddha is a state, sthiti, the plane of existence. Once you reach that plane of existence, there's nothing more for you to achieve in this life. This way we consider them as perfected human beings, fully blossomed human beings, completely evolved human beings. So today, there is so much of confusion in Indian society, for that matter, entire world. All this is because we have not figured out what is the next step in evolution. You all have studied Darwin's theory of evolution, right? Darwin's theory? Darwin's Parinama Siddhantam? Yes. Darwin said that from lower organisms, higher organisms evolved, higher organisms to more complex organisms to human being. This is the most complex and most sophisticated living being, living entity on this earth. Do you agree? Okay. Amoeba is single-celled, from single-celled animal to multi-celled animals to animals with tissues, animals with organs, and then animals with most complex organs. Of course, this species is the most complex of all the living beings. Then what next? From human being onwards, what next? What will happen? Will this species will become some other species after a million years, after 10 million years, after 100 million years? What is the next step in evolution? Darwin has said this much and then he left it out. From human being onwards, what will happen? You need to understand that our rishis have figured it out. Our sages have already told that there is no further organic evolution. Okay, there is no further organic evolution. That means this human being, this species will not transform into some other species even after a million years, a billion years, because God has endowed this species with the capacity to attain perfection. What is the proof? People like Buddha, Shankara, and Vivekananda are the proof. From hereafter, there is no organic evolution. Organic evolution has stopped. How can you say Swamiji? Because these are the people who attained Purnatva, perfection, completion. So this is the proof that this individual is endowed with the capacity to attain to perfection. Organic evolution has stopped. How that perfection will take place, how that perfection will happen? Through intellectual and spiritual culture. Through intellectual and spiritual culture, that perfection will happen. Had you come here as an animal, if you are an animal, you would not talk about intellectual and spiritual culture. At an animal level, only creature comforts. An animal only needs food and reproduction. It understands only these things. It doesn't understand intellectual culture and spiritual culture. Only when you come here as a human being, we talk about intellectual and spiritual culture. Through that, you evolve and you become complete. But today, actually, society, as we have no understanding about this next step in evolution, people are trying to figure it out. Accidentally, here and there, a few people will discover individuals. But society in general, okay, human societies in general have not figured it out. That is the huge problem. That's why there is so much of confusion. You become rich. Why? Because people will respect you. You want wealth. Why? People recognize you. You want to attain to a position of power. Why? People will respect you and recognize you. All our craving is about being recognized by the society and by fellow human beings. Why you long to be recognized by them? I am a mortal. I will die one day. And I want to be recognized by other mortals. They also will die one day. Why? A mortal should seek recognition from other mortals. Can't we check that, temptation? If you can check the temptation, you don't bother to satisfy the society. Your endeavor will be, your effort will be to evolve intellectually and spiritually after basic necessities of life are fulfilled. You're all here to learn spoken English, right? Why you want a good job? Why this good job? Because we have some basic necessities. Necessities for what? Necessities of the physical body. This physical body has necessities. We have to provide food, we have to provide clothing, and we need shelter, roof over our head. These are the basic necessities of physical body, right? Nothing to do with intellectual evolution. But if you want to intellectually evolve, you have to read good books, you have to get introduced to biographies, people like Swami Vivekananda. And for spiritual culture, like Buddha, you have to meditate, you have to pray, you have to surrender to the will of God, you have to serve others, you have to express that selflessness. You have to become unselfish. Through that, you evolve intellectually and spiritually, you'll become perfect. But if you don't understand this, you have provided for yourself. The basic necessities of life are satisfied. But you want more money, more money. Why? Whatever that you have, whatever they have acquired is more than sufficient for you for a lifetime. But still you want to more. Why? You want to prove to somebody else. Let me have more than that individual. Neither that individual has figured out what is the goal of evolution, purpose of evolution, nor you have figured out. If we had figured it out, this much of corruption, this much of exploitation, this much of struggle would not have been there. Everybody is contented with the basic necessities, and afterwards you're working upon yourself to grow intellectually and spiritually. Vivekananda said the struggle of a rational man is with himself. He will struggle with his inner nature. He will not struggle with external nature so much because it's not necessary. So this is a very loaded statement. I will explain it in the next class or some other prayer meeting. Okay? The struggle of a rational man is his with his internal nature. This is a statement of Vivekananda. What it implies, I will explain to you afterwards. Thank you. Have a nice day, Amma.